Hello, welcome back again. So today we're gonna do a little bit of review. I believe we did this maybe a month ago, but it's always good to practice. Again, we're gonna look at the three things here. We're gonna look at solving. So we're gonna look at solving multivariable equation for a specific variable. Like we did last time, we isolated the variable. So it's the same idea. When you're solving, you're isolating or getting the variable by itself. And we're going to continue to use cross-multiplying proportions to create a simpler equations. Then we're going to clear fraction and decimal in equation to create simpler equations. So how do we clear fractions and clear decimals so that we're not dealing with decimal as we isolate the variable? Right, so let's start here. Solving a multivariable equation for a particular variable. So if you look at here, the printing or what have you didn't do it correctly. It moved this from here to over here, so this should be over here. So be aware of that. When we get there, we're going to rewrite it over there. So actually, let's do it right now. So it's minus here, 3x plus 24. So I'm just writing that in because I want to cover this up so we're not looking at it. Right, so the first one is we're solving for x here. And again, you look at what is done to x. It's multiplied by 3, and then we add 7y to that number, what 3 times x is. So the last thing we did was add 7y, so that means we're going to subtract 7y. It's always the opposite. And remember, the equality dictates that we need to do the same thing to the other side because they're equal. If you take something away, you have to take something away from the other side too as well. So we're going to get negative 7y over there. So 7y minus 7y is 0, so we don't need to say 0. And then it's equal to 21 and 7y are two different entities, so you can't add them and give them a bigger number or a smaller number. In this case, so you just have to say 7y plus 21. And then we're solving for x, divide by 3. So everything, when you're dividing or multiplying, you have to multiply and divide. You can't just multiply by a portion because on this side right here, we're dividing this whole quantity by 3. If we only divide by 3 here, we're only dividing by a partial because this side is by all the quantity there. So this has to be divided by 3, all the quantities there too, to make it equal, which is what we want. So we get x is equal to negative 7 over 3 y, make sure you put the y there, and 21 divided by 3 is 7, so that's x, okay? Solving for y here, minus 5x, okay? We're going to get negative 8y is equal to negative 5x plus 32 divided by negative 8. And we're going to get y is equal to negative over negative is positive, so 5/8 x. And it's going to be a minus because of that negative under the 8 there. You can say, yeah, you can say plus negative, but it's just easier to just say minus. And 32 divided by negative 8 is 4. So that's our other answer. And then we have, let's see here, we're solving for m here, okay? And I'm trying to figure out, okay, so that, okay, so this right here, down here, right here, this thing should go over here. The printing issues. All right. So to remind ourselves of that, we make sure we ignore this right here. So we're looking up here. So we have m's on both sides. There's a 6m there, and there's also a 6m within inside this 10. 6m plus 4m would give you 10m. So imagine there was a 6 there, and if you have 6m on left and right, you can just cancel it out. So if you cancel the 6m here, what you're left with is 4m. Okay, or you can do the traditional minus 6m here, minus 6m there. You can do that too as well. So you have 4m minus 4y equals 16. Okay, and then again we're solving for m, so we add 4y to both sides. And then we're going to get 4m is equal to 4y plus 16 divided by 4. We're going to get m is equal to y plus 4. Okay? Solve for p. Notice I underlined it to remind myself. Okay, so we have k here and a k there. We can subtract k. We have, so let's minus k. 8k from both sides. And we're going to get negative 7k is equal to 5p minus 35. 8k minus 8k is 0. Again, we are solving for p, so we have to add 35. Okay. How do I know to add 35 and not subtract or divide by p? Because the last thing that's being done to p is minus 35. Okay. So we have negative 7k plus 35 equals 5p. And solving for p, divide by 5 to everything. Okay, and then we're going to get, so here, oh, it's going to be, it's not going to leave us a lot of room here for solve the last one. So we're going to get, we're dividing by 5 here, so we're going to get negative 7k over 5 plus, what is 5 times 6, 35 times 7 is 35. 35 over 5 is 7. Okay, that equals p. And to make it a little bit nicer, we can rewrite it like so. P equals negative 7k over 5 plus 7, like so. Okay. Let's go on to the next. Actually, we forgot to do number 3 up above. So let's do the number 3 up above, solving for y. So we're going to have to add 3x and minus 24 from both sides. So add 3x first. We add 3x. And we're also going to minus 24. And minus 24 over here too. Okay. And so we have, this is gone. So we have 3y. And then if we minus 24 and 3x, add 3x, so we get 4x. Minus 24. Divide by 3, we get y is equal to 4x over 3 plus negative 8, like that. Or of course you can rewrite it like y is equal to 4x over 3 minus 8, like that. Okay, so number 6. Number 6 is a little bit hard because there's just not enough room here. Let me see what I can do. I wonder if I can move this a little bit. Can't do it. Oh yes, there we go. See that? That's awesome. I can do that. And then, so we have, so this is actually, we're solving for k. So number 6 is, shoot, there we go. Number 6 is 3k plus 2m plus 12 equals 5k minus 4m plus 56. Okay. So we're solving for k. Let's add 4m to both sides. Then we're going to minus 56 from both sides. Okay. And then you're going to get 3k plus 6m minus 56, 12, I was 44. I'll make sure that's correct, 44. Sometimes I don't trust my, I'd rather double check with a calculator. We're doing 56 minus 12. Yep, 44. Okay, that's 44. That equals 5k. And again, we're solving for k, so we can add minus 3k from both sides. And we're going to get 6m minus 44 equals 2k. Okay. Divide by 2. And we're going to get k. I'm just rewriting k on this side. And then looking here, we're going to get 6 divided by 2 is 3m. Minus 44 divided by 2 is 22. Okay, like that. Right? And I'm going to go here. Okay, we're doing cross multiply and then solve to create a simpler equation, solve for x. So cross multiply proportion, these are proportions. And we're going to look at proportions again. The proportions, I can't stress enough how important proportions are. And not just in this class, but science class and further on down the road. Cross multiply, you're going to multiply 15 times 3 and 9 times x. And so you can say 9 times x on that side with the equal sign, or the other side, it doesn't matter. Then 15 times 3, so 45. Okay. 15 times 3 is 45. So divide by 9. Get x is equal to 45 divided by 9. I believe it's 5. X is equal to 5. So cross multiply. 20 times x is 20x equals 24 times 10 is 240. Okay, divide by 20. And x is equal to 6, I believe, or 12. Let's see, 240. I trust my mental capabilities, but I just want to double check. Yep, 12. X equals 12. Okay, cross multiply here, so we get 2 times x plus 3 equals 5 times 12. And the other ones, the previous one, 5 and 6, I did in my head, the cross multiply, but this I just want to show you what's being done here. So I did 2 times that, and 5 times 12, we know it's 60. And then you get 2x plus 6 minus 6 from both sides. You get 2x is equal to 54. X is equal to, what's half of 54? Would be 25 is 50, so 22. No, 27. Yes, X is 27. Okay. And then, again, cross multiply here, we get this way. So from here to here, we get 6x plus 3 equals 4 times x minus 4. Distribute 6x plus 18 equals 4x minus 16. We're solving for x, so minus 4x on both sides. We get 2x plus 18 is negative 16. Then if we subtract 18x from both sides, we're going to get 2x is equal to 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. No, sorry. 10. Oh, shoot. I just had lunch and my brain is shutting down. 16 minus 18. -34. Negative 34. Then divide 2 from both sides. You're going to get x is equal to 16 is 32, 17. Okay. I didn't do that last step, divide by 2 there, but I did it in my head. So you can do that even without just showing the work, so do that. I'm going to skip, I'm not going to show the, I'm going to just do straight away multiply 2 times the quantity of x plus 10. So I'm going to get 2x plus 20, and same thing here on this side, on that side. I'm going to, in my head, I'm going to say 5 times x, and 5 times 4 is 20. Okay. Notice 20 on the same side, so you can cancel that out. And then you get 20x equals 5x. And then, what do we do? How many x's on? We can subtract x to both sides. We're going to get, let's do it to the other way, minus 2x. Now we're solving for x. Yeah, we're trying to get x on one side, so that's the, so now we have 0 is equal to 3x, and x is equal to 3, which equals 0. X is equal to 0, another one of those. So the graph of that would be right on the, this is x equals 0 going, that's where it would be. I'm running out of room. Okay, let's continue on here. Again, I'm going to do this in my head, cross multiply. I'm going to get 6 using blue, I'm going to use red. 6x minus 12 equals 14x plus 42. Okay, so I'm multiplying this way and that way. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 6 is 42. Okay, right there, 42. Looking at the x's, I'm solving for x. So I can minus 14x from both sides. And when I do that, I'm not showing the minus here, I'm doing it in my head, just because there's not a lot of room left. When I do that, I get -8. So 14x minus 6x. Just make sure, because my brain is still cloudy from after eating lunch. Okay, so it's 8, yes, 8. So we get -8x on that side. And then I'm going to add 12 over here to this side. And I'm going to get, so these are gone. I'm going to get 40, 54. And divide by 8, -8. 54 divided by -8 is 6, I believe. I get a decimal point, so I'm wrong here. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 times 6, 8 times 7 is 56. Yeah, so it is a decimal point. But we can reduce, you can leave it as 54 over -8 or -54 over 8. And I believe 4 goes into both of those. 54 divided by 4. Nope, 4 doesn't go into 54 either, but I know 2 definitely does. 2 into 54 is 22. No, it's 27. So 27, -27, 4. Okay, so either one's fine. All right, for the next one is clearing fractions in equation to create simpler equations. So in this case we have, all right, I was just interrupted, so I had to stop recording for a second. So for this next thing is clearing fractions in equation to create simpler equations. So what we want to do is we want to pick a number that we multiply by to get rid of the fraction that all the denominator go into. That's one option, and usually sometimes it's harder to come up with that number. Or the other option is you just use all the numbers on the denominator to do it. In that case, your numbers might be bigger, but the answer will still come out correctly. So I'll show you. For this first one, I'll show you both ways, okay? So here I can see 18. They all go into 18. So 9 times 2 is 18, 6 times 3 is 18, and 6 times 3 is 18 on the 2 to the third one. So let's do that. So 18. So we ask ourselves 3 times what we get 6. So that means that 3 will cancel, leaving us with a 6. So we say 6 times 2 is 12. X. And here the 6 times 3 is 18. And 18 is 6 and 3. So the 6 cancel, leaving me with 3 left. So I have to take that 3 and multiply by 5, which would give me 15. Notice the denominators are no longer there because they got canceled. The last one, 9 times 2 is 18. So cancel out the 9, leaving me with a 2, so I get 16. Okay. Then from there, we just do our regular solving for x. We get 12x is equal to 1. So therefore, x is 1/12. Okay. 1/12. Right, so the other option, remember I said, is if you can't come up with 18 as a number, you have to use 3, 6, and 9. So when you multiply that together, you get 3 times 6 times 9. 3 times 6 times 9. It's getting 162, okay? So I'm going to move that up here. So I'm using 162. And what makes 162 is 6, 3 times 6 times 9. Okay? So in the first one, I have the 3, so that means 6 and 9 is left over. Okay? So that means you're going to have to multiply, because 6 times 9 is what? 63? Or 54, sorry. 6 times 9 is 54, so the first one is 54 times 2. So what's left over, because you crossed the 3 out, you're left with 6 and 9. 6 times 9 is 54. 54 times 2 is 108. So you have 108x plus, so the 6 cancels out, leaves you with 9 and 3. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 times 5 is 135, so you have 135 here, equals, and then the 9 cancels, leaves you with 6 and 3, which is 18. 18 times 8 gives me 144. Okay, and then 144 minus 135 gives me 9. And then 108, 9 divided by 108. I'm getting sloppy. So let's see where we at. Yeah. So we get 9. So take that divided by 108. Get a decimal point. Let's see, we get x equals 9 over 108. Let's see, did we do something wrong here? $36. So we have 3 and 36. Because what I figured out was 3 goes into both of those. 3 times 36 is 108, and 3 times 3 is 9. 36 divided by 3, we can reduce one more time. So that's 1 over 12, which is what we had originally. So those are the two ways. And if you can see, the numbers are much bigger if you just use all the denominator. But if you can find the lowest common denominator, then it's much easier and the number stays smaller as you see how these 12x, 15, and 16 compared to 108, 135, and 144. It's much, much bigger. All right, so the next one, 5, 10, and 15. We can see 20 won't go, but 30, all these will go into 30. So we're going to multiply everything by 30 to get rid of the fraction, or the denominator. 5 times y is 30, and it's 6. 6 times negative 3 is negative 18. Plus 10 times y is 33. 3 times 7 is 21. And the last one, 15 times y is 32. So we have 2 times 11 is 22. Do we lose our x here? X should be on the 18. Subtract 21 from both sides, we get 1. And we get 18x. So x is equal to negative 1 over 18. I think that's 18. I hope it's 18. Yes, it is. Yep. It's negative 1 over 8. For this next one, 18 again. No, not again, but 18. multiply that whole thing. 6 goes into 18 3 times, 3 goes into 18 6 times, 9 goes to 18 twice. So 6 times 1 is 18, 3, so 3 times 11 is 33, minus 18 times, 3 times 1 is 18, 6, so 6 times 4 is 24. And don't forget your x here, because I did. That equals 2 times 8, 16, because 9 times 2 is 18. Okay, and then so we have negative 24x is equal to, you're going to subtract 33 from both sides, and you're going to get 16 minus 33, negative 17. So x is going to equal 17 over 24. Okay, notice the positive is gone, the negative is gone because you're dividing a negative by a negative, so that makes it positive. Here, 21 looks like the one you want to do. 7 times 3 is 21, so 3 times 6 is 18, x. And then 7, 3 times 7 is 21, so 7. 7 times 5 is 35, equals 15. Because 21 is once, so yeah. Plus 35. When you get 18, x is equal to 30, 40, 50. And x is equal to 50 over 18. Next one, 16, no. 8 times 3 is 24. 24 would be the number you're looking for. Okay. So 8 times 1 is 24, 3, so 3 times 7 is 21, plus 6 times 4 is 24, so 6 times 3 is 18, and then 6 times 4 is 24, so 4 times 5 is 20x. Get the x on one side. And then subtract 18 to the other side. This is gone, so you get minus 18. And then on this side, you're going to get 1 x. So x equals 18. How cool is that? Okay. So now we're going to do clearing decimals. So how do we clear decimals? In clearing decimal, we're multiplying by a number that has 10, or we're multiplying by a number it's either with zeros behind it, like 10, 100, 1,000, and so forth. So not 2,000, 3,000, but we're only doing the tens, hundreds, the thousands, 10,000, depending on how many decimals you need to move. And in most cases, it's between 10 and 100. So in this case, we want to look at decimal location. It's one place to make it a whole, one place to make it a whole, one place. So that's 10. So you're multiplying everything by 10. And when you do that, you actually are moving the decimal place to the right once. Okay, and you can check for yourself. 3.5 times 10 is actually 35. So you don't need to go through all that trouble to figure it out. So we're doing, that means multiplying the parentheses. So we're going to get 35x, because we're moving the decimal to the right, plus 7 equals 1112. Subtract 7 from both sides. We get 35x, and then 112 minus 7 equals 105. Okay, and divide 35 divided by 35, that'll give us 3. So x equals 3 for this one. Next one, if you can see that, look how many decimal there is. 1, 2, 3. That means in order to get to a whole number, we have to multiply by not 100. 100 is still 0.8, but 1,000. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that means everything else gets moved by that amount. You can't just do it to 1. Remember, the equality rule says that whatever you do to one side, it needs to be done to the other side. So basically, you can't multiply by 100 to just a fraction of whatever it is on both sides. It's got to be everything on both sides. So how do we know if we're multiplying by 10 or 100 or 1,000? Well, you always look at the decimal place, how many times you have to move. Here's 1, 2, 3. Here it is, 1, 2, 3. So if we move 3 places, it'll be a whole number on the left and on the right. So we're going to multiply by how many zeros here? By not 100, but 1,000. Okay, multiplying everything by 1,000. That means we move the decimal place 3 places to the right. 1, 2, 3. So we get 8x minus, and we have to do it to 32 too as well. 32. So moving 3, so we have 8x minus 32, 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, like that. And that equals, we got to multiply that by 1,002, so we get negative 3,104. Okay. Add 32 to both sides. Okay. Then we're going to get 8x is equal to 3,104 minus 3,104. Then divide by 8. So x is 13. Again, if you want to know if it's true or not, plug it back into x and see if the equation on both sides equals. If that's true, then your x value is correct. Okay, let's go to the next one. I noticed the biggest one here is 2 place. Here's 1, 2, 1. This only needs 1, but both of these numbers need 2. So the further the decimal is from the whole number, then that's what you want to choose to base whether to multiply by 100, 1,000, or 10. So in this case, the highest is 2. That's 100. So let's multiply everything by 100. Okay. So multiply everything by 100, so we get 612x plus let me stop for a second. Okay, I'm back again. Okay, so 612 plus, if you move the decimal 2 places, it's going to be 360 equals what? 4032. So 4032 minus 360. Again, I'm trying to isolate. You get 3,672, and then our x value is 612x divided by 612. X is equal to 6. Lovely as that. Nice, easy number there. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Looking at here, it's 2 place, 1 place. So the highest one is 2 place, so we have to multiply everything by 100. Okay. Multiply by 100. So 266x minus 1540. By 100 is 2 places to the right. So minus 2072. 2072 plus 1540. 3, so we get 3612, and we get 266x divided by 266. Ooh, we get a nasty decimal. 13.57. Okay. Going to the next one. What is our highest one here? That's 1 place, 2 place again. So everything needs to be multiplied by 100 again. So that means we have 530x. Okay, plus 268 equals what is that? 39. Is that 7? Can't tell. My thing is, I'm assuming it's 39.78. So if you multiply by 100, it'd be 3978. All right, so now we have, so what is that, 78, I'm assuming? So 3978 minus 268, that gives us 3710. And we have 530x divided by 530. We get 7. X is equal to 7. How nice is that? This might, I have a feeling this might be wrong. This number 20, because it's not a whole number. Or yeah. Right, so for this one, the highest number is, if you notice here, 1, 2, 3 to get the first positive decimal. So that means we're going to have to multiply everything by 1,000. So like that. So we're going to get 3, 4, 5 times x. Okay, and then minus 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, right. That equals 3 negative point. I'm going to move this to the side because then it's going to squawk. There we go. Then it's going to be negative Make that negative here. Eraser, come on, erase. What happened? I can't erase. What's going on? That's weird. Here we go. Okay, so from here we have negative 36080 1 2 3. And then we're going to subtract or add 2,300 to both sides. So 23680 minus or add, because it's a minus there, 2300. You get 1380 negative. Okay. 345x. Okay, and then we're gonna get 1380 divided by 345. 4. That's a lovely number. It's negative 4. And the more, okay, hopefully if you guys are watching this video, check to see if that answer is right, because all the numbers so far have been whole numbers. I'm just check to see, and then tell me. And if I know you're watching this video, if you tell me, you get a candy. All right. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.